Hello, welcome back. I wanted to make a video about the mushrooms, so popular. These are flying out, beautiful. These are agate. These are absolutely stunning. So, not only, I have made a video already about these and in the previous gua sha tutorial, but I thought I'd section them out and isolate them to give them their own spotlight. So first of all, you can use them as they are, so just as they are without heating them or chilling them or cooling them, or you can chill them or heat them. So when I say chill them, you can literally get a cup of ice or a little bowl of ice and put them in the cup or ice and leave them there for a few minutes. With the jade mushrooms and the rose quartz mushrooms, they're already cold just because of the nature of the stone and the crystal. But agate, this crystal is it feels quite a warm to touch crystal. So you can either chill them, use them as they are, or warm them. And if I was warming them, so sometimes I would put them in with my towel cabinet, like my little towel cabbie, or I would just for a little bit, not for long, because you don't want them boiling hot that you can't handle them. And I've previously stated that with any sort of stones and crystals or basalt or Bayan stones, if you can't handle them yourself, they are certainly too hot to go on the face. They are not going on the face. So you can also get a mug of boiling water or just off the boil, put them in there, and then when it's time to use them, you can use them. And if you're using them at the end of your facial or at the end of whatever you're doing, then it may have cooled down by then. So it might be that you have a little flask, a little warm hot flask and a mug, and you would just put hot water or your ice and then put them in as and when ready. But you have to be able to handle them. You don't want to have any accidents, that's for sure. And often when I'm doing hot stones, I'll just touch my face just to make sure they're okay first, or touch my inside wrist or here. So yeah, let's just go see how, there's lots of ways and it's very intuitive. The cold stones are really fantastic for any inflammatory conditions or lifting and toning the vasoconstriction. So it's lifting and toning and just really working to drain lymph and lift and tone and vasoconstrict any blood vessels, any heat, but also to drain lymph. And the lymph is so light and superficial that it works beautifully just to drain lymph. And you're working towards these preauricular nodes and just to stimulate the preauricular nodes just in front of the ears. You can also work behind these postauricular nodes and working down towards the thoracic duct at the root of the neck. So for lymphatic drainage, which is what we talked about in the first gua sha tutorial, just for lymphatic drainage, really, really good. But with the ice, like I've said, it's anti-inflammatory, it's vasoconstricting, it's lifting and toning, and really cooling and soothing, that lifting and cooling. And then if you've got a tight jaw with your masseter, if you're a grinder or a clencher, really good to work the mushrooms into the masseter. You can use your fingers, but this is just nice, especially if they are cool or warm. The warm, it does the opposite. It's vasodilating and actually brings more blood flow. And sometimes if you are a grinder or a clencher, you can really restrict the blood and the chi and the energy flow to the masseter, and it gets very stagnated. So actually it's really, really nice to have warm here. The other thing you could do is you could have one mug with ice and one mug with warm, and you could do hot and cold and warm, hot and cold and warming and hot, and that vasodilation and vasoconstriction, that vascular gymnastics of the hot and cold and alternating contrast therapy can really help to stimulate blood flow and chi flow. It's getting a pump going where there is stagnation or blockage or stiffness, tension, however you want to describe that. So yeah, hot and cold is really, really good. And then we also talked about using them on the hollow, on the jawline is really lovely. Sculpting up. And then also around the eyes, I mean, just so mesmerizing around the eyes, just a circular. And can you see I'm using them on edge? If they are cold, if I'm going on and they're both cold, when I take them out of ice, I always blot them on the towel and go onto the face, excuse me, just on the edges, not on the flat. I don't go flat on with cold because it's a bit, oh, that's cold. I go on the edge and I just go round and round, just beautiful, beautiful, circular. And then once you get used to the cold, then you can start swinging back on the flat. And then you're really bringing a nice cold, lifting, toning, reducing puffiness, reducing swelling, reducing too much heat and blood flow. So it's really, really good. Now, the other time that I teach with these is that if you are working with puffiness or pregnancy, puffy ankles, puffy wrists, again, you can put them on ice, but you can work with them around the ankles is really gorgeous. Working around the ankles and working around the ankles. And these are best if they are chilled. So if you've got them chilled, again, you're reducing puffiness, reducing swelling, working up towards the nearest popliteal lymph node, working here with the cooling. And sometimes there's puffiness on top of the foot as well. So just nice sweeps with the mushrooms that have been on ice. And then you could have 2 sets, you could have 1, and you could rotate them. And so, or you could just do 1 at a time. So 1's on and you're just working with 1. And, you know, you're just working with 1 stone and the other one is on ice. And then you can just alternate them. So going round and round the ankle bones. Sorry, it's not very, I've got my gimbal here that would follow me, but you get the gist. It's round and draining and draining. So that's really lovely. Here, if you've got puffy hands or puffy wrists, really nice to drain here and here. Yeah, lovely. So that's all about the coolness of these beautiful agate. I love the agates, it's so lovely. And you're getting the properties of the crystals as well. This is very supportive, grounding, nurturing stone, this grey lace agate. But you know, you can have rose quartz, which is a very loving stone, and the jade, which is a very cooling and lucky stone as well. So you can work with whatever. I've got some obsidian. I've also got basalt and jade as well. The basalt I keep on heat, and the jade I keep on ice. So I hope that helps. And if you have, you know, there's no limit to your playing. So, you know, just enjoy discovering and developing your own sense of use of these gorgeous mushrooms. And if you want to get any, please do drop me a line. I'm at theschooloffinetuning.com. You'll find my contact details, or you can email me, which is anna@theschooloffinetuning.com. And browsing my website, you'll see lots of other things that are available. So I'll see you soon, and thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.